tallying up the points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
First down, Lions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the gun, Stafford. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's Butler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
At the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball complete to Isabella. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down
and it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the 7th-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And 7.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Breaks a tackle. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Stafford on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to Nicole Hardman. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cardinals' 33-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run with Peterson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
You get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they're going to get it. They bring about a sack back at the 16-yard line. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
4th down and goal.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On first down, Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man is Kirk, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Lions 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian
Hello?
Kirk.
Hey, did you ever find your mask?
I did not.
And the Cardinals will
It wasn't there?
extend their lead.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't got to tear the house up for it. I don't know where that. I came in there with it, and then ain't no telling. I went back to the car to get the bags with the liquor. It might be in my backpack. I just got to look.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm about to start cooking in a minute.
And this will
All
be
right.
a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pickup. First down, Lions.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And there indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Galladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
Play action, it's Mahomes. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cardinals, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.